Today we're going to be going over how we can set up a content agent, which is a two-part workflow. So we've got two steps to this workflow: content agent workflow 1 and content agent workflow 2. It's very, very important that we set up content agent 1 first before we move on to content agent 2. So let's dive in and break down how we can set this up and configure the templates accordingly. So when you load content agent 1, workflow 1, it's going to look like this. The first thing to see is that you're going to configure a social listening search to this channel. Now, what this is doing high level is this is basically analyzing a social media post as it comes in. It's analyzing the hook, it's analyzing the content style, what they talk about, the themes, a bit of everything, you know, any humor used. So really what you want to use here is you want to monitor specific profiles rather than doing kind of keyword monitoring. So in this case, I'm tracking a chap called Adam Robinson. He posts a lot of really good content that I really like and can kind of draw some inspiration from. And he also posts a very good like style. It's very founder-led. It's thought leadership-esque. And so I really like his kind of style. So what I would do is you could actually duplicate this and you could be monitoring multiple people, right? You could have 5 or 6 content agent 1 workflows running where you have just different people. The only key thing is that every time you set up this search, you keep everything the same with the template, right? Which is basically, we need to go ahead and create a table inside of our database called content agent. So make sure that you do that. The output should already be pre-formatted for you, but make sure that it is, and the output from the agent. And then we obviously have this prompt, which you don't need to touch, which is analyzing everything. And so what happens is as you duplicate the search and set up new people to monitor, it will then store all of their information inside of this content agent, which then leads us on to content agent workflow 2. So in here, we're using a scheduled trigger. This scheduled trigger is basically saying, hey, once a week on a Monday, go and trigger this workflow. This workflow will look as follows. We're going to use 4.5 here, and this is the topic agent. So what this is going to do is without reading the massive prompt that we have here, is it's going to look up all of the information inside of the context table, and it's going to give us 5 topics. So if we have a look at this, here we go. We can see here is 5 topics that it's come up with based on everything that it's analyzed and based on what we know. The only key thing to do here with this particular agent is you need to edit the prompt so it's relevant for your business. My recommendation is to take this prompt, copy and paste it into ChatGPT or Claude or something similar and say, hey, keep the prompt exactly how it is, but edit it according to my business. My business is XYZ, and you can fluff that up a little bit. Just then ensure that it's referencing as well the correct table inside of here. So you can see here that I tell it to reference the context table, which is content agent. So just make sure you're aligning that nicely. And then with this post writer agent, this is then basically going to write the post for me. Here I typically use ChatGPT 5. I think it writes a little bit better, so maybe factor that in. And you can then start to see that it's actually giving me this post here, which is just awesome. And then it's going to then send me a message via Slack, which then gives me the post to do. So in theory, you don't even need to have it run once a week. You could say, okay, hey, actually, I want this to run every single day because I want to do a LinkedIn post every single day. And maybe you could have multiple of these agents running, right? And one could be for your sales team, one could be for your marketing team, and you can then start to ghostwrite for your entire team through this step-by-step process and flow. If you need any more help with this template, I'm going to be doing a deeper dive, and a video will be on YouTube showcasing exactly how this thing works.